guys! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Noelle, and you probably don't realize this, but I'm shooting this on an Akaso 360 camera. So this is the Akaso 360 camera, and full disclosure, I was gifted this by Akaso's new and exclusive distributor in the Philippines. I attended their launch event a few weeks ago, and then they sent me the Akaso 360 camera to check out and to use and to film a reel. And I decided I also wanted to give it a full-fledged review on my YouTube channel. Before we go into anything further, I am going to read to you the specs of the Akaso 360 camera so you have an idea of what it's capable of and what it all comes with, etc. So the Akaso 360 camera comes with obviously 360 video capture capability. It's able to capture 360 video using its two cameras at a maximum of 5.7K resolution with frames per second rates of 30, 25, and 24. If you go down a bit to 4K resolution, it's able to capture at 60, 50, 30, 25, and 24 FPS. Now, using a single lens on either the front or the back of the camera, you can capture 2.8K resolution video at 60, 50, 30, 25, and 24 FPS. Those are the capture resolutions, but then when you take into image stabilization, etc., it exports out to a maximum of 4K resolution. The Akaso 360 camera also has still photo mode. The photo resolution is 72 MP and 18 MP. For video modes, the Akaso 360 camera can capture 360 video, time-lapse, and loop recording. As for photo modes, it also has 360 photo capture ability, interval photos, DNG8 photo capture, time fusion, and AED. It records in MP4 format for videos, encoded as H.264, so a really common and versatile format for video editing and video uploading. For photos, it captures in JPEG and JPEG plus DNG. For battery, each battery comes at 1,350 mAh, which means that recording at 5.7K at 30 FPS, it should last for about 60 minutes. Now, the creator bundle that I was gifted with comes with 3 batteries. As for storage, it can handle up to 512 gigabyte micro SD. Neither the standard bundle or the creator bundle come with a micro SD card included, and you have to buy it separately. And the Akaso Philippines shopfront on Shopee, the platform I usually shop from, does not carry SD cards separately. So I had to go to an actual camera store to get the micro SD card because it doesn't take just any micro SD card. I think it needs the Extreme, the high-speed SD card, and so the card that I initially used on this camera was one that was used for a CCTV, and it wouldn't record for longer than 9 seconds because the card speed was slow. So thankfully, I found a micro SD card that met up to the camera specs needed, and so I was able to use the camera as it was intended. For audio, it has 2 mics and a windshield. It also records in stereo. As for stabilization, it has 2 modes: horizon steady stabilization and view lock steady stabilization. And when it comes to being waterproof, it's not IPX6, which is really you can submerge it. but it's called weatherproof, which means basically splash proof. Now with the stats out of the way, and you've probably seen my B-roll footage of the unboxing of the video camera and all of the accessories the creator bundle came with. So now I'm going to talk about ease of use and using the Akaso app that you have to install so that you can take full advantage of the camera. Normally, I'm a person who doesn't really like reading manuals. So I particularly like how it's just 2 buttons, basically. It's the power button on the side of the camera, which you can just power on by 1 press. It doesn't have to be a long press, but it takes a while to power up. So ideally, if you want to capture situations very quickly, you're going to have to keep it on standby mode. Pressing that button on the side also switches between different capture modes, video capture as well as photo capture modes. And then this button right here under the screen, that when you press it, that's the capture button. You have to use the touch screen to navigate around the settings here. After a bit of play, I was able to figure out which settings I needed to get the kind of videos that I wanted. And obviously, as a running blogger and a running vlogger, I wanted to capture the sort of videos that YouTube creators like Kofuzi, who I'm a big fan of, are able to capture. And so I was able to use the Akaso 360 camera at 4K, capturing at 60 frames per second to get that really beautiful, fluid, and dreamy slow-mo video that I see in Kofuzi's shots. I had to figure out that you can't just shoot it and then expect it to be slowed down when you're previewing in the app and you're editing it. You have to slow it down to half speed to get that same effect. Capturing at 5.7K at 30 FPS was also pretty simple, and that was like the default capture mode that I kept it on during most of the run that I took this camera on. And then I slowed it down a little bit, I zoomed it in, and even though you might see here it's a little bit pixelated, that's because I really zoomed in on my feet instead of just keeping it zoomed out. When you zoom out, it captures surrounding detail really nicely. As a runner, you want to share this feeling of movement and openness because you're running outdoors. Now, when it comes to audio, because we mentioned that it has 2 mics, it was able to capture a lot of the noise happening around. You will hear in this shot, there is a bit of key jingling going on, and that's because I had the keys in my back pocket and they weren't really secured properly, so they just sounded off with every step. You also hear a lot of the ambient sound in the videos. It's great to capture this ambient sound because it really brings people in and immerses people in the whole experience of running. While I was playing around with the Akaso 360 camera, I also played around with the Akaso app. On the front page of the mobile app, you'll see different kinds of shots that are possible with the Akaso 360. And it coaches you on how to capture these shots, like what mode to set the camera on, how long to shoot for, and then you click on the experience button and you select a video clip you shot and it just processes it. You have to select I think most of them, you need a 10-second video clip. It just does all of the keyframes, the zooms that you need to get that particular shot, and then you can play around with it and adjust it and then export the shot. They can really help in terms of storytelling in ways that I did not know how to do by myself. And the great thing about the Akaso app is you don't need to create an account, you don't need to log in, you don't need a subscription, it just works. The Akaso 360 camera delivers on its marketing premise of being your first 360 camera. Because if you're just starting out in this content creation journey as somebody who does the outdoors or, sport and all that, you might not have the technical know-how to create these trick shots and to know how to use your camera because you're not overwhelmed by too many choices and too many options. It gives you these things and you can play around with them, and then you can shoot and edit and upload, and it looks really good. The battery life here, if you're recording at 5.7K at 30 FPS, you're probably not going to get more than 60 minutes of battery life out of this. So you're gonna have to swap out another battery. The good thing about the creator bundle is that it does come with 3 batteries and a charging case for those 3 batteries, so you can charge them all simultaneously. If you're a run vlogger like me and you have to carry all of the stuff with you, I assume it's a bit of a hassle to have to carry all the batteries, and they will get wet unless you carry them in a plastic Ziploc bag or something like that. So that's why I just, I kept stopping the recording and then restarting it again when I felt like I needed to capture something nice or when I had set up a shot. And I have to say the video quality was really nice, and it served the purposes that I needed it to serve, which is just to capture me outdoors and stuff. What's really funny is that capturing at 4K at 60 FPS gave me much better video quality and color than capturing at 5.7K at 30 FPS. So I think moving forward, when I use the Akaso 360, I'm going to be shooting exclusively in 4K at 60 FPS, just so I have the option of slowing down the footage and giving it that artistic flair that I want to give all of my running footage. So Akaso 360 camera has a new and exclusive distribution partner in the Philippines. It's called Ciclab Spark Corporation. Also, Voca Marketing is handling the online arm for this. Voca Marketing, you might have seen their work on the shopping apps because they provide many of the live sellers that you might have seen. The original price for the Akaso 360 standard bundle is $15,988, but you probably can find platform vouchers on TikTok, Shopee, Lazada to bring the prices down even further. As I mentioned, neither the standard bundle or the creator bundle come with micro SD cards. You're going to have to source that independently. So once again, I have to thank Akaso Philippines, Ciclab Spark Corporation for sending me the Akaso 360 camera to review. Again, it was so easy to use for somebody who does not like reading manuals or even watching video tutorials. And yeah, it just helps beginning creators get out there, shoot, edit, and then upload. They chose to expand here in the Philippines because we do have a lot of people who are creating for socials mainly. And these are the people that they are trying to target with their action cameras. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, entertaining, please do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again next time. Bye!